Welcome back to Digital Dealer 27. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're here sharing some more information with bright guys like, is it Evan?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. We're with Evan and Kyle.
You betcha.
And they're here visiting from?
From Prince George, BC, Canada.
Excellent. And so the question on the table, guys, is this, and we'll start with you, Kyle.
Yep.
Probably the number one thing that we're all kind of asking most of our dealers that we're meeting with is this. What would you say the biggest challenges that we're facing in the automobile industry in 2019, in your opinion?
Kind of two things come to mind. I mean, I guess first is just how vast the digital market is now and how to attack that properly and how to service the customer properly online, because that's where kind of the business is trending.
Yep.
Number two for us, just from a dealer perspective, is just attaining employees and like specifically technicians in our service department. Is just, you know, we're losing that side of people going through that schooling and just trying to attract people to get into that profession.
Industry is changing quite a bit, and those two are very big focal points. What do you think, Evan? What would you add to that as far as maybe top one or two things you're trying to chase in 2019?
No, that was perfect.
Other than being entertaining.
No, that was good.
Come on, man. There's got to be something.
Yeah, I guess lead retention.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot slipping through the cracks.
Sure.
On we're about 10%, and we'd like to bump that up on closing rates and stuff. So
Okay, sure.
we have a lot slipping through the cracks, and the only way to do that, I think, that's scalable right now, and it's early, is AI technology.
Oh, interesting.
AI is where it's at.
Okay, curious.
Because how can my BDC department of 2 people, or 3 or 5 or whatever, contact 5,000, old service people at once and have that context of everything they've been through? They cannot do it.
Interesting.
But a robot can.
Interesting. Very interesting observation. So guys, and those are 3 different areas that we're focusing on here, but all really valid. So kind of circling back to, before you got here to the show, you probably had an idea of things you were kind of looking for, right?
Yep.
Maybe particular areas in the dealership that you were looking for help in. What was your goal before you got here as to what you'd hope to accomplish?
It was exactly what Evan's talking about, just bumping up our lead retention and just dialing in the digital market more. And I mean, this is the place where you come to, from Canada, we don't have shows like this, so we had to come here to find some companies. And so, we've been kind of, it's almost like we're interviewing all these companies, and so we've had already 6 or 8, and specifically to the AI technology here. And so it's great just for us to kind of explore and then make our decisions.
So, Evan, you talked about AI kind of in your mind kind of being maybe the only solution. Tell me why that is. Some would argue that there are strategies and there are processes that you possibly could use to integrate your sales team with your BDC to be able to get it to the finish line. Have you had any experiences with that, or are you just kind of feeling like that's culturally more than you can bite off? Tell me a little bit about that.
We're a pretty tight ship at our store.
Okay.
BDC and the whole sales team works together pretty good. There's always room for optimization in any sort of process.
Right.
But I just think that next step it's just got to be AI. It just has to. The amount of leads that are coming in, and for instance, these guys were talking about their AI having full-out conversations with a night shift crew.
Yeah.
Right? The sales guys, they got to sleep, family time, whatever. So if a lead comes in at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., or even that specific example was midnight to 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and like having a full conversation, book the appointment, the next day it was sold by 2 p.m. Meanwhile, the other dealership that's relying on, more traditional methods has just said, hey, thanks for your inquiry at 10 a.m. when they finally had it up.
And they're off the grid for 12 hours.
They're in the dealership buying already on the AI side, right? So
interesting.
Yeah.
So would you say that AI technology is obviously in conjunction with the human element?
Yes.
To pick it up?
Eventually you got to have a strong sales team to turn over to.
Right.
But just, it doesn't matter how strong your sales team is. You're not staying up till 4 a.m. waiting for leads, right? Unless you employ someone to do that. But
And the reason why we're chasing this technology so strong is also because acquisitions of vehicles, especially in the used department, is always difficult for most stores.
Yeah.
And so that's our database that we're mining to acquire used vehicles. And
absolutely.
So it's just the full wheel turning all the time, and that's why we're chasing it so hard on the digital side.
So would you say in your dealership that you have an above average database that you're working, pretty good return customer base, and And that's part and parcel to what you're looking for when you talk about the tech.
Yeah, and we just look specifically, if we're only satisfying 10% of the leads that come in, we have 90% of people out there that still are buyers. It still started with them asking for a question, right? And so it's just, we want to be able to satisfy, and grow the experience for our customers, and then in turn, like I said, we'll be able to acquire more vehicles and sell more cars. I mean, it's
excellent.
So yeah, pretty exciting.
Well, Kyle, thank you very much for taking time. Thank you very much. We appreciate
What's your
you being
name again?
here. Mark Gilbert.
Mark Gilbert, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you, and we'll see you back at the show.